Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Gurt Gets Hurt. We're back after a hiatus of a couple of weeks, back at Dark Souls 3, and we're going to go through the Catacombs of Carthus. I've had the tail end of my summer semester has been coming at me the last couple of weeks, so I've been a little busy. But we can finally get another episode in here while we've got the chance. So, last time we cleared out the Cathedral of the Deep, and we started trekking into the Catacombs of Carthus, which was filled with lots and lots of skeletons. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. All right. Give me just a moment to get resituated here. It's another one of those situations where I'm going to have to need a minute to readjust, because it's been a little while since I've played. Get reused to the timing and all that. Alright, so back to the catacombs. So, E3 is come and gone for this year, and no announcements for another FromSoft game, no Bloodborne 2, or whatever it is that we were hoping for in that regard, which is a little bit of a shame, but you know, you can't really fault Miyazaki for not wanting to pigeonhole himself or his company into being the the Soulsborne company. You know, if I recall correctly, they said that he wanted to work on some more new stuff, like some new IPs and new Armored Core title, so that ought to be good stuff. You know, I think that ought to be exciting. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Alright, so we got ourselves an Ember here. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, man. I just got destroyed. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, Knight Slayer Sorig there's got the, he's got the Fume Knight Greatsword, which is just absolutely no joke. It's probably the biggest strength weapon in the game. With a strength requirement of like 50 to wield that thing. It is absolutely no joke. As a phantom and as an NPC we find later, he's a real tough guy, actually. Oh, come on, no, rats, don't do this to me again. More rats, more rats, more rats. Alright, so what do we got down here? I think this is the hallway that we saw earlier, at the end of the last session. That's got all the skeleton wheels. All that good stuff. So let me take a look-see down here. All correctly. There's a couple of those blobs on the... Oh my god! Speak of the devil! Wait a minute, I have a fire weapon for this. What am I doing? Dumbass. Oh, that's right, I have Havel's ring, so I'm carrying it. Wow, yeah, no, it's been a hot minute. There's a couple... There's you. Come on. Oh, hello, buddy. Hello, Blobbo. Come on, fall down from the ceiling. Nothing, huh? Alright. What am I doing? I'm going in circles. Aha. Oh god, no! I avoided one and went right into the other. Oh man. Ugh. That's not a good way to start off the day. Ow. Sir. That is extremely impolite. Oh god, there's still one of you up there? Oh god, there's more of you. That guy still hasn't moved. It's fine, I guess, but... God, there's so many blobs on the ceiling in this section. Fuck you. Man, any enemy that's it looks like a wheel is just awful to deal with. Just absolutely fucking miserable. You basically gotta catch them while they're like mid-animation. You son of a bitch. Oh, come on, not again! Oh no, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh god. I was looking for you. I knew there was one over here, and I couldn't remember where you were. And you got me. There's another one up here. There's another one right in front of the item. Oh god, there's two in front of the item. Yeah, the thing about these guys is you gotta bait them out. These stupid ceiling blobs. Arthas Blood Ring. Let's take a look at that ring real quick, since that guy on the ceiling's not going anywhere. Arthas Blood Ring. Boosts rolling invincibility at the cost of defense. So, basically, your defenses and resistances go down, but your invincibility frames on your dodge roll are much higher. So if you're very, very good at dodging, then that's an alright, that's pretty alright ring. Like, if you're very good with your timing. But if you're like me, and you're a clumsy dipshit, then it's probably not a good choice for you. Come on. What's with this idiot? Expecting him to fall down. Yeah, if he doesn't want to move, he doesn't want to move, I guess. Alright. wonder, does Sorig invade even if you're not human? If you're not embered? I wonder. Some NPCs can do that. How many embers do I have? Oh, 20? Oh god, that's nothing. Yeah. Let's see if we can fight Sorig. God, what a badass. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Yeah, the problem dealing with him is the reach on his weapon is completely nuts. And it does a ton of damage. Oh. Oof. Alright, we're gonna try a couple more times, see if we can get Sorig, because I'm pretty sure I can get him. I just need to get back into I just kind of need to get back in my groove. Especially now that I've gotten all those items on that side, I can just go right for him. Wait, hold on. Is that a... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. That's an undead bone shard. Hey, you know what? If I die again against Sorig, I'll go back and try to, That's not a good plan. Get out of the door. Oh, nope, I'm dead. How am I alive? That should have killed me immediately. I'm the lucky son of a bitch. Alright, just gotta play it a bit safer, because this guy can track... This guy's attacks can track you from here to fucking Zimbabwe. Oh, yep, and I am dead. Wow, yeah, no, he is tough. I think I'm gonna have to come back here... Can I come back here and fight him later if I go through the area? Oh god, I can't remember if I actually get the chance to fight him later. Or if he's one of those NPCs that goes away like Kirk. Well, the first things first, I'm gonna go back and... burn that undead bone shard. I cannot believe I forgot to do that in the last session. I am such a dipshit. Oh, man. Boy, that's rough stuff. Yeah, no, some, to go back to where I was talking about earlier with E3, there's some cool announcements for stuff, over the last week or so that I've been really excited for, like a sequel to Wolfenstein: The New Order. The new Colossus is going to be coming out, so looking forward to that for sure. And, you know, we got Wolfenstein, The New Colossus, we've got... heck, I'm even actually kind of allowing myself to get excited about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Well, EA, with Star Wars Battlefield 3 Star Wars skin 2. It looks like they're actually going to, like, put effort into it this time, which, you know, is good. You know, we've got that. We got a Far Cry 5 I'm pretty excited about, even though it's yet another Ubisoft game. I've been happy with the Far Cry games since 3, even though a lot of their environments consist of just useless collectibles and stupid shit that doesn't matter. There's that. Metro Exodus was actually my big favorite from the show this year. So I've always been a huge fan of the Metro titles. Metro Last Light is one of my favorite games of all time. So, to see a new one coming out... You know, to see a new Metro coming out is pretty great. Yep, here's the other stairs. I think there's an Estus shard up here, if my memory serves correctly. Fucking ninja skeletons over here. God, I am so glad strike weapons work the way they do against these skeletons. Grave Warden's Ashes. That's right. I get some... Oh, God, I can't remember what I get from those. Oh. Oh, where'd you come from? Behind me? Alright. Man, this is kind of the point of the game at which shards are just free. They just keep dumping Titanite shards on me like it's nothing. Oh, sweet, large shard. That's actually something I do want. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, ouch. Oh. Ooh, that's... Skeleton Archer. Oh, hey. That's the one controlling the skeleton ball. The skeleton ball will explode. And I'll get something out of that. I think it's a deep gem, or a poison gem, or something like that. Carthus Rouge. That's what that item is? Man, I thought there was an Estus shard over here. Is it over on this side? Did I already pick up an item over here? I already picked up an item over here. Let's check out what the skeleton ball dropped. We deal with this rat. Alright, come on, you fucker. Oh, a crab. Dark Gem. Okay, and that one scales with your int, I think? I think that allows dark damage that scales with intelligence? Or what? Christ, what scale is dark damage? Is it faith? Is it int and faith? Oh man, I can't remember. Oh, lizard friend. Fire gem, sweet. Let's see if I can get you. You are scary, and you have a big fucking sword. And get out of here. Did that not kill him? I would be shocked if that didn't kill him. No, I don't think that killed him. Fuck me, I guess. Okay. Oh, shit, that's where my souls are. I forgot to go pick those up. I'm gonna go do that before I go into the skeleton room of doom. Yep, there it is. I'm not embered up, so Sorg shouldn't come and fucking ruthlessly murder me. There is that. You know, the more I think about this area, like, it's a lot less difficult than I remember it being. Probably because it's much shorter than I remember it being. Because the boss isn't actually terribly far from this. He's actually just on the other side of that bridge there. But there's some stuff we want to do first. Like, grab every item in this room. And then run like a coward.
Oh, have you?
No, I've not seen Horus anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, ordinarily if you try to go up here the normal way, there's a giant army of skeletons that come up here to completely murder you. And so down here is actually pretty close to a bonfire. I think it's just on... It's just going to be down here a little ways, and this is the pathway to the smoldering lake, which we'll explore a little bit... Oh, I forgot you were here. Oh, boy. You're a mimic. Oh, good lord. Okay. Wow, that fire is really strong. But the good news is it should be pretty fast run down there now that I don't really need to get any items. Although the skeleton ball does come back, since Hat Buddy came back. I think probably the best part about this area is that I cannot get the Skeleton Warriors theme out of my head. Ever since I found out Skeleton Warriors was a thing. If you're not familiar with Skeleton Warriors, by the way, it's an old cartoon from the early to mid '90s that was done by the people who animated the X-Men cartoon of about the same era, like the late '80s, early '90s. And it was actually a pretty rad show. I would describe it as rad. Like, dumb, but cool because it's dumb, like, specifically. Yeah, no, that's why you want to cut the bridge. You see that whole, like... that whole fucking squad ready to roll up here. I'm almost tempted to see if I want to try the boss first, and then go back down to try and get that bonfire. You know what? No, I do want to go down there first. I'm going to want to go down to the Smoldering Lake here first, because I can get a little bit of prep before the boss done. Yeah, it's a bit high level in area for me, but... it's a bit high level in area for me. Now, what's funny about this is that the Mimic is going to go try and fight the boss. Well, he's going to go try and fight the demon. So I just got the Black Blade, which we'll check out in a little bit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now, this is absolutely a time to run like a scared little bitch. There's no way. So we got the Witch's Ring and the Old Sage's Ring. Get up. I know there's some more skeletons up top that'll spawn. Alright, asshole. Get out of here. And there's the bonfire we want. Kind of our first one for the Smoldering Lake. So, since we're at almost full Estus, we'll just come down here a little ways. Smoldering Lake. This, if you take a look at this, if you're familiar with the other games, especially the first game, there is not a doubt in my mind that this is Lost Izalith. This is what happened to it. You know, the demon ruins, all that stuff. This is this has to be what became of that place. So if you hear that machinery going on in the background, that's a frickin' ballista that, if we expose ourselves for just long enough, will absolutely murder us. And that's a giant worm. Yeah, this is what we call a spot of trouble. The giant worm shoots lightning. So, this is, I think it's right here. That's the safe spot from the ballista, that the ballista will actually shoot the giant worm. Right here. Now what we want is for the ballista to shoot the worm until it dies, because that's really the only way to fight this thing. And I think we're going to get an Estus Shard and a miracle we want. Yeah, you kind of got to cheese this section a little bit. Is it the coward's way out? Absolutely. But realistically, you're going to have zero chance otherwise. Alright. I have a fuckload of souls, so I'm going to go... Right there is actually the boss for the Smoldering Lake. Which make the rest of this area almost entirely optional. There are some great items here that we're definitely going to come back to later. But for right now, I think we're just going to go hit the bonfire here and go back to... and check out that spell we just got. So we got another Undead Bone Shard that can get our flasks up to +5, which is really good. We've gotten some... quite an amount of shards, actually. Some large shards, a chunk. I'm trying to think. Grave Warden's Ashes, we got... there anything different we got over Karthus Pyromancy Tome, Great Swamp Pyromancy Tome. So, Lightning Stake. We need 35 faith to use this bad boy. A lost dragon slaying miracle strikes with a stake of lightning. This tale describes the lost practices of ancient dragon slayers who found that in order to pierce dragon scale, lightning should not be hurled as a bolt, but rather be thrust as a stake directly into the dragon's hide to be truly effective. If any of you are familiar with the first game, once again, if you've fought Gwyn, this is the lightning attack he likes to do. He basically just takes a big spear of lightning and just jams it into the ground and explodes it on you. So that's a really, really good miracle. It's super powerful, but we can't use it yet. Our faith is way too low for that. So we're going to light this bonfire, and we're going to head back to Firelink real quick, and then before we go back and fight the boss of the catacombs, we're going to go find Horus. Anri of Astor's traveling companion is down here. Since we're going to try and go for the Lord of Hollows ending, then... Since we're going to try and go for the Lord of Hollows ending, we're going to want to avoid sending Anri down here to their death. Because if you send Anri down there without killing Horus, if you tell him or her where Horus is, then Horus will kill him or her, and their quest line will end there. I think you can get the Elite Knight set from the Shrine Handmaiden that way. But so let's give the Shrine Handmaiden the Grave Warden's Ashes real quick.
Gracious, let this. I only hope the.
So let's see what we've got that's new. We've got yet another set of embers, which I'm tempted to just see if I can buy like 7,500 worth of them right here, like 3 of them. We've got rubbish. I'm not sure why we can buy rubbish as an infinite use item from her now, but we can. So we've got the Shotel. I'm not sure if that was available before. Composite bow. I think some of the stuff was available earlier. Let me see. So, she also sells all your boss suits, your boss gear. So if you want to do cosplay souls, the Shrine Handmaiden's where you go. She's got the Undead Legion set right here. So the Abyss Watcher's gear, the Sage's big hat from the Crystal Sage, all that good stuff. So there's a ring here, the Horsehoof ring, which boosts the kick effect. So basically, you know, your guard break, if your guard break is a kick, which it is for most things, you'll be able to...
Ashen one.
It'll be stronger. So let's actually check out... I'm actually going to go see if I can give you a Pyromancy Tome. Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, here we are. With this I can... Splendid. Well, this inscription, fascinating.
So we've got some more pyromancies that we can learn from Corinx if we really want to do a pyromancy run. The rest of the pyromancies in the game he won't be able to teach you, but another NPC that we'll find later on, Carla the Black Witch, will be able to teach us, because they're dark pyromancies, and she teaches like dark miracles and dark sorceries and dark pyromancies. So I'm trying to remember if we've got all the miracles from her yet. We have. We've gotten all the miracles.
Journey.
So we got all the miracles that we can get before we get the Lothric Braille Divine Tome. So let's go level up, since we don't really have anything better that we can do with these souls right now. Actually, let me see first if I can upgrade my Morning Star.
Just good. Neat.
See if we can reinforce this bad boy. No, it looks like we need one more shard to upgrade that. Oh, so the black blade that we picked up from that mimic. A short katana wielded by the swordsman and distinguished guest of the High Lord Wolnir. The shiny black blade is thick but shorter than a typical katana. The swordsman was a master of a rare technique, traces of which can be observed in this weapon's strong attack. So it's like a shorter version of the Uchi katana. It's a little more durable. It's got pretty much the same skill set, but it's a little stronger. It's a little faster. It's a little shorter. So like range is a big deal, and it doesn't have a forward stab, if I recall correctly. I think it just has slashing attacks. So let's level up. I think we're gonna want to crank up either Vit or Faith here. Actually, you know what? Let's get a little more endurance. Sticking out 100 base endurance is probably good.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I probably won't need to move endurance from there until I'm satisfied with most everything else. What kind of disposable soul items do I have right here? Just wondering if I can get anything else out of that. I don't think I can. So we're gonna go back down to. Ugh. Oh, sorry. The Demon Ruins. Sorry, clearing my throat. Alright, let me get a drink there. Okay. So we're gonna go back out this way. We're gonna try and scavenge a few items that we saw out there in the open. And go find Horus. Might just go find Horus first. So, obviously, these giant pillars that I'm fairly certain were arch trees, or whatever was holding up Lost Izalith. Oof. That's what the real big thing we were looking for, was the Shield of Want. Now, for those of you who played Dark Souls 2, you'll remember this is Vendrick's shield. The shield of an ancient king who was cursed by an all-consuming thirst. In the end, he was no king. The residue of the king's lust still smolders within this shield, increasing the number of souls absorbed when enemies are defeated. And it lets you do your weapon art instead of a parry. So, yeah, that's a really good shield. I like it a lot. So we got another shard. Awesome. Another large shard. So I can upgrade my Morning Star to +6 now. So for those of you just joining us, we've been going through the catacombs of Carthus and come down here to the smoldering lake. To scavenge some items and get part of the quest done. Jesus Christ. I hate that bloody thing. I hate it. I'm gonna wait for it to finish firing its 3 shots, and then book it over for this cave here. I think there's another crystal lizard down here, if I'm not mistaken. There sure as fuck is. Alright. Oh fuck, there's another one. Oh no, you don't. Alright, Titanite chunk. So down here is Horus the Hushed. If you remember from earlier, that's up in the catacombs where the bridge is. I think the bridge is right above us. I think it's just out of sight. Yeah, you can kind of see the bridge right there. So this is Horus the Hushed. He's gone hollow, and he's going to try and kill me in just a sec here. He's got a halberd and a pretty cool shield. And he's kind of tough, if I recall correctly. So, I know I was talking about two-handing a bit more on this playthrough. I'm still just trying to... Oof. Because it's not something I typically do very much with non-reach weaponry like a halberd or great swords. I was talking about doing more two-handing, but this is kind of an area of the game where being able to block is really, really important. You got a lot of enemies that do bleed damage and all sorts of other stuff you really don't want affecting you at its full potential. Oh, that was close. That was fucking close. And so what we got from him was the Llewellyn shield. Another large shard. And another large shard, so I think we're... Good lord. I think I actually might be able to get my Morningstar up to +7, because I... Oh, no, you know what? I think I would need another chunk for that. Oh, you know what? I do have 2 chunks. I think I can probably get my Morningstar up to +7. Oh, that's gonna be sweet. How many large shards am I rocking right now? Let's say 8? I want 12, so I can at least get my fire mace up to +6 as well. So I'll need to go find some more of those later. I think I'll be finding more of those in the next zone. So now that gotten that, I think we're gonna just go to the last bonfire we rest at. We're gonna homeward bone. And we'll just, we'll go back to talk to Anri over in the catacombs there. Probably warp my ass back up into the... I think it's this one? No, I just went to the wrong fucking bonfire. Oh, man. Oh, that's a little rough. Have to wait for another loading screen. That's my mistake. Yeah, no, I gotta go back up to this one. Yeah, that's the funny thing, is that the Smoldering Lake is a totally optional area. If you miss it, you're missing out. If you miss out on the Smoldering Lake, the Catacombs of Karthus only has this bonfire. And that's it. Which is definitely interesting. Oh, I forgot. We should take a look at that shield we picked up from Horus. Llewellyn shield. A metal shield crafted by the Great Smith. Fashioned from a rare Geist steel, it excels at various types of damage absorption, and it has a parry. So it's a light shield that's got pretty decent stability, and it's got actually relatively high resistances to a lot of things, although it's only 68% physical. It's also got 69 magic, 63% fire, 61% dark. It's actually an alright small shield. It's not bad. So, we're going to go with a lighter build. that might not be the worst idea in the world. Oh god. I'm about... Oof. Well, you know what? That's why I'm glad I've got medium heal. That's why I'm glad I'm playing a cleric, because you have room for error. Oh god, I forgot! This weapon gets around shields. Oh man. That's a bad death. Well, like I said, it's been a couple weeks, so I am a little bit rusty here. Okay. Well, actually, you know what, now... Oh, you know what, I'm gonna need my souls back anyway before I go... In order to go pay to upgrade my weapon. I need to do that first. Don't ever try to race the skeleton ball, kids. You will lose every time. Get around the gravestone. Alright, so... Yeah, now that I got my souls back, I think I'm going to go back to Firelink real quick, upgrade my weapon, and then I think I'm going to go make a run for, you know what, I gotta talk to Anri. I should have done that first. God, I'm an idiot. But, you know what, let's just go talk to Andre. You know what, I also have another bone shard I can burn while I'm here, so actually, you know what, it's pretty good that I came here.
That is good what needs.
I apologize for being really, really scatterbrained today. It's been a bit of a... Wait, no, that's just a +5? I thought it was already +5. Aw, man. Oh, I need 2 more large shards. You know what, that's fine. I can get some more later. If that's the case...
Ashen 1.
How many souls do I need to level up? 99k? Let's buy some embers, then, if that's the case. So let's, oh, wow, no, I can totally level up, and... Yeah, we'll buy those 3, and then... Got 5,000 each. No, I only got 5,000 soul items. I'll just...
Ashen 1.
We'll hold off on that for now. We'll hold off on that. So let's go back here once again. And we're gonna go talk to Anri, tell him what happened to Horus. Because, well, unfortunately, we kind of had to put Horus down. Because he went mad. Man, poor freaking Anri. He just has the worst of it. Anri's just got the worst of it, just constantly gets lost down here in this awful place and gets... You know, his only friend is really his only, like, real friend, other than you, gets, you know, goes mad and has to get killed, pretty much. You know, it's just a shame. Boy, am I glad that these guys just give out shards like they're candy. Do wish I had a couple more large shards, though. That's just... I just hope this guy... I can't remember if these skeletons... give out, large shards. I think if I go this way first, then the skeleton army doesn't show up. Yeah, that's right. If you cross the bridge, then they start coming.
Oh, have you... Goodness me, to think there'd be a lake so deep. What a relief. Thank you. This hardly please.
Oh, thanks, Henry.
I will soon head to the lake.
I'm sorry, I got bad news for you, dude.
May the flames go.
Yeah, Horace is dead. I had to kill him. Actually, he's like right down there. Fuck, I'm sorry, bro. Alright. So we're gonna break this because I think those guys are gonna spawn. I guess not. Cool. Alright, let's ember up. See if we can find us some friends. See if there's anybody over here we can summon. Anyone at all. Help me. Oh, gee, that's reassuring. Oh god, now you think of, now that I think of it, that medium heal was kind of a waste. I didn't need to use that since I had the ember. That was kind of stupid of me. Oh, jeez. Alright, we're gonna... I'm gonna open the door. Since opening the door doesn't trigger the boss fight, you have to go interact with something in order to start the fight with the upcoming boss, which is High Lord Wolnir. And he's fucking cool. But I remember, if I remember correctly, just having a friend along pretty much makes this boss fight, like, trivial. He's a little bit of a gimmick boss, but he's really cool looking. I'm a big fan of his design and the design of the boss fight, and it's very interesting design space that they used. Oh, here we go. Lady Kitsune. Let's see if we can get a friend here. Always jolly cooperation. And once again, to reiterate for people who are either tuning in for the first time or aren't familiar with why I do stuff like this, it's I like playing cooperatively with other players because it's just fun to do. You know, like, it's not because it makes the bosses easier, it's just because playing with other people is fun to me. Alright, so she's gonna have to stay out there for right now, because I have to trigger the boss fight first. And so we get a really cool cutscene here. And this, yet continuing the trend of Jesus Christ, Ashen One, please stop touching things, it goes wrong. So this skull-shaped goblet is unleashing... this is the abyss that's coming through here. And, as you can tell, this is not a good place. This is the kind of thing that will engulf the world if the fire isn't linked, and start an age of dark. So... this is High Lord Wolnir. And here's the deal with this boss fight. You gotta break those bracelets on his arm. That's how you beat him. Oof. I forgot what kind of sick damage he does. I absolutely love this guy's music. So, you gotta think about it in terms of, this is how big Wolnir was before he died. Because in the Souls universe, like, the more souls you possess, the more physically large you become. This guy was a badass. This guy was a bona fide badass. And we got him. That's it. That's the fight. So after 2 of the bracelets have been broken, skeletons and stuff will start to come up and attack you. But, as you can see right there, that'll end as soon as you break them off, and he falls back down into the abyss. So we don't really know how he got swallowed into the abyss. There's not really any context clues for that. We just know that there were a lot of people who fancied them lords in Lothric back in the day, and this guy decided that he was going to be the only one. So he decided to murder them all brutally and melt down all of their crowns into his own crown. So that he could be the one true High Lord of Lothric, or whatever it was called at the time. So that's pretty cool stuff. You know, that's pretty much all we know about him. That's all we get from, like, the context clues. Alright, and so where's the friend? Thanks so much. You were awesome. You did a real good job. Thanks for the jolly cooperation. And so we've got a bonfire here. But we're not going to go back to Firelink just yet, because there's not really a lot of point. There's another bonfire. It's going to be right ahead of us in just a few seconds here. So this area that we're coming up on is probably my favorite zone in the entire game. And it's a lot of people's favorite zone because it's extremely beautiful. And this right here, folks, is the money shot. Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. That right there is probably the best, most gorgeous scenic shot in the entire game. So all that stuff down there, we're going to be going down there a lot later. That's towards the end of the area. And over there, towards that tower, is the Irithyll dungeon, which we're going to be coming to in a little while. But here's that bonfire I mentioned earlier, the one that's right here. And while we've got 8 metric buttloads of souls, we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine. Because there's some fuckery up ahead. And just a little while, we'll see what I mean. But we're gonna go check out what Wolnir's soul for his boss weapon can get us. His boss weapon is pretty cool, if I recall correctly. He's got a couple.
Aha, thou returned. So
We're going to talk to Ludlith here and see what we've got. So we can get a pyromancy called Black Serpent. Pyromancy discovered from the Abyss by High Lord Wolnir that inspired the black arts of the Grave Wardens. Releases an undulating black flames that trace the ground. Be it sorcery or pyromancy, all techniques that infringe on humanity lead to the same place. That is to say, they all seek a will of their own. So basically, it's just a big flaming black whip made out of basically humanity, is what a lot of dark magic and dark pyromancy goes on. And then we've got Wolnir's Holy Sword, which is a holy sword eroded by the Abyss. When Wolnir fell to the Abyss, he was gripped by a fear of true darkness and pleaded to the gods for the first time. This holy sword, together with 3 armlets stripped from the corpses of clerics, gave him some semblance of comfort. So those 3 armbands that we destroyed. Its skill is Wrath of the Gods. Thrust the weapon into the earth to emit a powerful shockwave. Wrath of those swallowed by the Abyss is the thing to be wary of indeed. So it's a pretty cool greatsword. You know, it's got some faith scaling. We would need a few more points of dexterity if we were to use that. But it's a pretty cool, big faith weapon.
do not be.
So let me see if there's anything else. Oh, we've got the bone shard that I totally forgot to burn while I was here before the boss. God, I am extra scatterbrained tonight. But that's good, I guess, though, so we can... since I don't have anything better to do right now with my souls, we're just gonna level up.
Very well, then take nourishment.
Ugh.
Farewell,
Alright, so we only need a little bit more to level up a second time, so we're gonna use one of these.
Welcome.
Just to be
Very well,
sure.
then take.
I think I might want to get my vitality up a little bit more. Huh. I think I do want to... You know what? We'll go one vigor and one vit. My faith and strength are pretty okay where they are
Farewell,
right now.
Version 1.
My weapon's pretty strong for this point in the game, although I do need a couple more, just a couple more large shards before I can get that up to being really strong for this point in the game. We should be finding some large shards later on. This area is a really good area to grind for souls. This area and the area immediately attached to it, in Orlando, are both very good areas to grind for souls. I don't really plan on grinding very much for levels or anything like that, or I might grind for some items, but if I ever do any grinding, it's definitely going to be off camera, because I know that's not something that's terribly exciting to watch for pretty much anybody. So we'll see some messages here that say, monstrosity ahead, treasure required ahead. Those are both dev messages, I believe. I've seen something pretty similar every time. So we've got a bridge here. This bridge seems a little suspicious, but now look what we've got. We've got trouble. This is one of the Pontiff Sulivan's beasts. And they are weak to bleed damage. Now most people, what they do is run to the end of the bridge. Because this guy can't follow you. Which is usually a good idea. But if you kill him here, and later, if you don't kill him here, when you are down there in that area, he'll come back. You'll have a second chance to get that item. He gives you the Pontiff's Right Eye, which, if I recall correctly, is a really cool ring, so we'll check that out. Boosts attacks as long as attacking persists. Bewitched ring that Pontiff Sulivan bestowed upon his knights. Boosts attacks as long as attacking persists. Knights who peer into the black orb are lured into battles of death, transformed into frenzied beasts. No wonder the Pontiff only provides these rings to those dispatched to foreign lands. So it's similar to the one that you get from if you use Vort of the Boreal Valley's boss soul to get the Pontiff's left eye, which heals HP. But it basically boosts your attack as long as that's going on. So what the devs mean by treasure required ahead, if you recall the doll we got from the Cathedral of the Deep, you'll see there's this force field here, and that doll allows us to go through. Anything that does not have that doll cannot get through. So we've got a couple items chilling around here. Prime blue moss clump. And those are to deal with frost buildup. I think that's all the items around the bonfire. You know, I hear a crystal lizard, and it bugs me because I know he's over here somewhere. We're not going to be here till a whole lot later through this zone. So we'll have to deal with him when we get to him. So that purple sign that was on the ground right there, if you're the covenant I mentioned earlier when we were in the Pit of Hollows, the Mound Makers, that's their sign. So if you want to come as a mad spirit. Now a mad spirit, if you summon them, can either help you, like a Warrior Sunlight, or they can fight you. And so we'll see in the Boreal Valley and here in Irithyll that the spirits of its residents will walk around and be sentient. They won't attack you. They're entirely harmless and dissipate after a while, but you'll see some spirits of their residents. And these guys are the Pontiff Knights. They're really fast, they're really tough, their weapons do frost damage, and they can do lots of long chains of combos. And they can fire that Dark Little Pursuer's soul attack at you. Oh wow, set of Pontiff Knight armor already. And the screaming you hear off to the side is an evangelist. And it's a very special one that we'll encounter here in a little bit. Oof. These guys are absolutely no joke, but just circle strafe them like most everybody else and you'll be pretty much fine. Wow. Armor sets, armor sets, armor sets. Another large shard. Sweet. So let's take a look at that Pontiff Knight armor. Armor of the Pontiff's Knights, now harrowed spirits in Irithyll. This blue-gray armor, shrouded in a thinly cold air, is light and brittle. So it's a lighter, like medium set of armor. It's got really high frost resistance, really high magic, lightning, and dark resistance for a light set. But otherwise isn't really going to do us very much. Wow, we are swimming in items. I'm going to go sit down, actually, at... I'm going to go sit and probably go level up at this point. Because I've got a lot of souls after beating the Pontiff's Beast there. Oh, and you know what? After coming back, we can, after we reload the area here, we can go do more of Cirrus of the Sunless Realms, more of her quest, which is pretty cool. We get to go into her world and get to go into her world and offer our help as a spirit, sort of co-op style. Just something I like to do on my main characters. I like to lay down my summon sign, all that good stuff. But basically we get to help her do some interesting things. Well, we get to help her fight an invader, but we're gonna...
Speak very well, then take note.
So we're gonna level the fuck up. Do we get another... You know what? I've got Havel's Ring, so my Vit should be pretty good for right now. When I've got my strength and my faith kind of where I want them, then I can crank into the other stats, and we can end up respecking later. If it comes down to it. So I am going to need another large shard. Now I can't remember if the Pontiff Knights drop those, but we'll find out later. So we're going to go get, do the first part of unlocking a really cool set of armor and weapon. And it's a nice callback to Dark Souls 2. And you're going to see here in a little bit once we go to help Cirrus on the bridge. Alright, so now that we walk back through... Oh my god, I totally missed this item. It's a homeward bone. Oh, yeah, it almost blends into the light there. Well, now I'm paranoid. Now I gotta check the rest of the damn bridge. Alright, so there's no other items here, but as you can see, bring a doll to be granted passage. I'm pretty sure that's a dev message as well. But you can see here it'll say touch sign requesting cooperation. I'll ask you, answer Cirrus of the Sunless Realms, call for cooperation and be summoned as a phantom? Abso-fucking-lutely. It's time for some NPC jolly cooperation. And if we weren't going for the craziest ending in the game, we would be doing this again to help Anri beat Aldrich in his world later on. But Anri's probably not going to make it. Because we're doing that on purpose. So... we're fighting a pretty evil spirit here. Now, if you played Dark Souls 2, you'll remember this guy, Kraton the Wanderer. He's a bad motherfucker. His axe is really strong. Now, the thing about, like, this quest is that he's actually really hard in this world. Oh, if Cirrus dies, then you have to, Oh, looks like you're out of Estus, buddy. Oh god, I think he just ate a divine blessing. But yeah, if Cirrus dies, then you're in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, we got him. First try. That's actually a pretty tough fight. Now that our duty is fulfilled.
Thank you for your kind assistance.
Oh.
Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
I forgot she talks to you. But yeah, so we get Creighton here. I think when we come back, we'll be able to get his axe or his armor set on the bridge here. I can't remember which. We may need to reload the area to get those items. But no, so we've progressed Cirrus's quest, and I think... Is that it over there? I think we might need to reload the area, so we might need to sit at the bonfire in order to go get that stuff. Because we're going to go... Because while we're embered up, he is going to invade us later in a different area. And we'll be able to get his stuff from... Actually, you know what? I think his stuff only shows up here after you kill him the second time. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we'll need to come back later. After we get him trying to invade us the second time. So I think this is an area we're probably going to want to use the shield a little more again. And that's kind of a problem. Like, one of my few problems with this game is that its design is very heavy on your ability to block and being able to block for long periods of time. Because enemies, especially the tougher ones, will do really, really long or really heavy combos that are really hard to avoid. Like that. That frickin' nonsense. These guys drop a lot of souls, and they are tough. They are really no joke. But like with most enemies, circle strafing them is usually pretty much the way to go. However, some of the enemies, like in this game, are particularly obnoxious about keeping their shield up for fucking ever when you try to circle strafe them. And these over here are the former citizens of Irithyll. And some of them can do a pretty neat trick that we'll see probably a little bit later. More soul items. Oh, yeah. Well, you saw me put on the fire-resistant shield a little bit ago, and that's specifically because of this asshole. Problem is, he's got a goon squad. Is he out of range? Oh! I forgot about that obnoxious attack. It is obnoxious. Like, that enemy is actually kind of... That enemy there, the Flame Conjurers, are actually, I would think, kind of bullshit. All of their attacks can go through walls, they can kind of have unlimited range. They can shoot that pillar from a trillion fucking miles away. No matter where you are, they don't even need line of sight. Nothing like that. And it does a ton of damage. Oof. These guys are holding bastard swords. They are not fucking around. Now that he's all by himself, he's actually pretty easy to take care of. Yeah, so long as you keep moving, that is. And there's even more of these guys. This is such a gorgeous area. You know, you got the darkness and the snow, and you got these wonderful purple flowers. It's just the whole scenery. The whole scene is really good. You got the moon going off in the background there. It's just absolutely fucking gorgeous. You can tell this was a city. This was a true big city. You only get to scratch the surface of. Forget about these. Those items in the snow are pretty hard to see. So you always got to make sure to check to see if there's any bodies laying around in there. Oh, we've got another fire channeler here. These guys are fucking trouble. So we have a pair of Pontiff Knife Dents down there. And that is what we were looking for. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck me. I've accidentally aggroed the two of them. I'm in some trouble. And that's the lizard we could hear before. So, I'm going to open up this shortcut. Or, well, it's not really a shortcut. It's... Alright, they do drop large shards. That's good news. So this is, I believe her name is Doris. And she's a little fucked up. Got a witch tree branch. I'm gonna just real quiet like just open up this door. She's an evangelist, and as we all know, they are some tough bitches. So let's get some sneak attack. Oof. And Doris is gnawing. So, I believe that's a miracle. It's a dark miracle, I believe. Yes, it is. Miracle of Doris the Deranged Evangelist. Summons great insect swarms to feast on foes. Those who linger too long on the brink of the deep will often slip. Doris is sure to have wallowed in this darkness, intoxicated by its peril. So basically those big attacks that she used, that the evangelist used to like shoot out bugs at you and stuff that cause bleed damage and like swarms of flies, that is basically an upgraded version of that. So I think we're going to try to make a run for the next bonfire. As we do have an ashen and some medium heals left. And we've got a few flasks. And that is twice today. I have totally whiffed on Lightning Spear. Ah, that was a bad drink. Boy, am I glad those attacks stagger them. Let me tell you. You can see more of the Irithilians. At least their spirits coming through here. Another large soul. That's a shortcut we will be coming up through later. But right now, I can't remember if there's a little item down here or not. There is! Another large shard. Wow. I think I might be able to, hopefully upgrade. Pointless. That's right, there's no items back there. Yeah, so we've got this chapel, and this is an important area of the game. So if you want to do the Lord of Hollows ending, and you've followed all the steps so far, this is one of the final steps. So Anri is in here.
Oh.
So you gotta talk to Anri.
I never managed to find Horace. But my duty must be done, even alone, for the children I knew. Bless their souls. We all have our reasons, don't we?
And so you get a little bit of insight as to why he's particularly going after Aldrich. Is that he / she, depending on your character's gender, is that Horace and lots of other children were tortured by Aldrich back when he was alive. You know, just like a normal saint of the deep.
I would do well. May the flames.
Might resolve.
I would do. May the flame.
And if you didn't talk to Anri in the Smoldering Lake earlier, he'll give you the Ring of the Evil Eye here. But right over here, if you want to save Anri, this statue in the corner is actually... One of these statues here in the corner is actually a pilgrim like Yol, who comes to take Anri away off to an exciting new place. So we've got a new bonfire, we've got some souls. So let's go head back to Firelink Shrine. And let's upgrade my mace. And if we've got some souls left over, then we can probably get a level out of that. Well, no. We've only got 12,000. It's like, what, 10k for me to level up now? 11k for me to level up. Yeesh.
I have not thanked you for your generous rescue. That dark spirit was one of Rosaria's fingers. Vile bastard offspring, my sworn enemies. Fearsome invaders, to say the least. I would not have made it alone. You have my deepest gratitude.
Blessed Mailbreaker. So we've got a little weapon that scales with our fate, and we've got a really, really cool ring. The Silver Cat ring, and this is why you want to do Cirrus's quest line. Silver Cat ring, if you're familiar with Dark Souls 2, reduces fall damage substantially. So there is that going on.
If you require help on your travels, I offer you my sign. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
So, yeah, like I said before, Cirrus is a blade of the Dark Moon. Rosaria's fingers are like the PvP covenant, and they're her sworn enemy. So that's why if you join Rosaria's fingers before now, you end her quest line, and she gets pissed at you, and you can't ever get those items. So you want to finish her quest line before you ever want to talk to Rosaria and respec or anything like that.
It is good. What needs?
So let's do some reinforcement. Let's get you up to +7. Alright, now that we've got you in chunk territory, you're pretty much there for a good while. Titanite chunks are the biggest bitch of anything to find in the entire game, and it's not until an extremely late and optional area that you get the ashes to go to be able to buy them from the Shrine Handmaiden.
Pretty be careful.
So I think I might actually be able to, you know what, I think I can level up. I use one of these large souls and get a level out of this.
Well, speak that. Very well. Then take nourishment.
Get another bit or get up my strength. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna up my strength.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I probably should have been upping my strength a little more before now, but not really a huge deal to me, to be honest with you. I can, like I said, I can always respec later on after I finish Cirrus's quest line.
Speak thy desire, honorable lord, our lord and liege. Knowest thou of a youth named Anri? He is hollow, and will join thee in wedlock. A fellow of mine guides him at this moment. When the time is ripe, thou mayst make thy salutations. For what lord taketh no spouse?
So, if you remember those messages from earlier that surround Anri and say stuff like, you know, spouse
Till we
ahead.
meet again. May the
This is
dust
kind of what she
chill-
means. So, Anri is in for a really bad time. Dark ritual of sorts.
Oh, discovering Irithil in the Boreal. If the tales are true, it is home to old moon. What do you think? A fine choice. I am
Alright, so
Greyrat
we're gonna go
the
send
Thief.
Greyrat to pillage here.
Goodbye. I will leave for some Steve.
And so, we're gonna have to make sure not to go a little too far in an area, because if we do, Greyrat will die, unfortunately. So, if we go a little too far, then we kind of torpedo his quest line. But we're gonna head back, and I don't think that should be a big problem, particularly. Trying to remember if there's shards around here anywhere. There's a, I think there's either an Estus shard or an Undead Bone shard over by where we're about to head next. So upstairs there is going to be an area we won't be able to get to till we've reached Anor Londo. So we've got the roster of knights. It's an online play item. Right ahead and then visions of treasure. Oh, that's a good message. I'm gonna go write that. That's a good message. Good on you, buddy. So if you see that weird floating there, that mist, you'll recognize that as the mist that goes around the heads of the Irithilians. So, we've got a nice set of these assholes who are totally invisible. They can only be seen by those bright marks on their heads. That item is a trap, typically. Pretty much the only reason I didn't fall for it is because I knew the enemies were there. Ooh, yeah, God, sorry for the yawning. Bit of a long day. And here he is. Oh man. He's one tough cookie. Oh god, no! Oh, I fell off the cliff! Oh man, what a punt! Oh, dude. What a fucking drag. Oh. Talk about it. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go get all those items before I I think I'm gonna go get those items before I try to fight him again. There's a tough cookie over here. Homeward Bone and an Undead Bone Shard. So let's Ember up. Yeah, he is no fucking joke. Tries to throw those undead hunter charms your way. Keep you from using your Estus. His axe deals lightning damage, and it's a very, very good weapon. almost got him to jump off the cliff. Oh man, I forgot he can drink. Well, that war cry is active on him. He is really tough. His attacks are incredibly strong. I think he's out of flasks, so we should be pretty good. If we fight conservatively, we should be alright. Yep, he's out of flasks. Oh. Now I know he's out of healing items. Luckily, I'm just a little faster than he is. And so we got his... So we got his axe, which is super fucking cool. I'm going to show you guys his axe. Dragon Slayer's axe. Axe favored by Creighton the Wanderer, infamous deserter of the Knights of Mira. Called the Dragon Slayer's axe for the lightning it pulsates within its blade, but Creighton used it to slay men. So, it's an extremely strong weapon, because it's an axe with, not only does it have lightning damage, it also scales with physical damage, which is extremely rare on any kind of enchanted weapon. I think it's just this and the Drakeblood Greatsword are all that I can think of that do that, have that kind of scaling. So we're gonna do a little more inventory management. Oh, I forgot to talk about this this witch tree branch that we picked up earlier from next to Doris. Shape of a large, well-tended witch tree used as a sorcery catalyst. Witch tree staves are customary in the far north and allow for faster casting than ordinary catalysts. So if we were playing a sorcery character, that would be pretty good. But we're not. Alright, so we're going to go pick up Creighton's armor. I think it's going to be out on the bridge there. And we might wear that instead of this armor for a while, because if I recall, it's actually pretty good. And I really like its design. Creighton's basically like what would happen if Solaire was evil, really. So I think that's, yep, that's it, right out there in the middle. Yeah, there we go. So we got Creighton's steel mask and the Mira chain set. So we'll take a look at that. So that is heavier, but I believe the rest of the set is heavier? Really? That is surprising. Heavier than the Fallen Knight set, no joke. But yeah, this is what we got going on here. You can see it's got the antlers and stuff. It's got the chain set going on. It's got the really dope cape. It's got the sick steel mask and helmet. Let's actually take a look at the stats on these bad boys. Attire of Creighton Wanderer, a notorious deserter who fled an order of Mirror Knights. Despite the masks being a symbol of a criminal sentenced to death, Creighton never removed it. Mira Chainmail. Former attire of the Honorable Knights of Mira, featuring their heraldry, a stag set against a blue field. Oddly, it was a dishonorable deserter who wore this attire most religiously. So it's actually got same physical protection as the Fallen Knight set, but a little better slash magic, dark, frost resist. It's actually not that much better. But I like the way this armor looks, so we're going to use it. Because fuck it. It's super cool. And do some cosplay souls. Alright, so back to the church, and then back to going the right way through Irithyll. I think if we have time, we'll be able to get through Pontiff Sullivan tonight, the boss of this zone. But we'll have to find out. Alright, so the correct way to go is down over here to the left. Whole lot of fuckery with invisible enemies. Yeah, we got a few more doggos. There's one more over here that will get you every time if you don't know what you're looking for. Rusted gold coin. Now those rusted gold coins boost your item discovery, if I recall correctly. This room is a room I really, really hate. Because it reminds me a lot of Dark Souls 2, but not in the way I like to be reminded of Dark Souls 2. And that it's extremely dark. As you can see down there, it's dem boys. A lot of dem boys. Thankfully they're not too tough, but the problem is there's a lot of them. Oh. That's an attack I've never been hit by before. I've never even seen them make that attack before. That's interesting. Blue bug pellet. So there are a lot of them in here. A frankly obnoxious amount of them. Oh shit. A blood gem. Oh. I can make bleeding weapons now if I want to. That's super good. You can surprise me, to you. unlike my predecessors, I have functional eyes. Now, pretty much the whole rest of the level is going to be chock full of these invisible dicks who deal way too much damage. It's just a rough time for everybody involved. There's a couple more enemies up here. And we've encountered the most annoying type of these guys. The ones that can shoot fucking magic. Well, no, I stand corrected. Yeah, the most annoying type of those guys are the ones that can shoot magic. These ones up here are the second most annoying. Because they are built to fall on you from above. Dorshka's spear. Another one fell down here, so I think I might get him. Where did that fuckleberry go? I hear one coming after me. Get out of here. Oh, so that same area leads you out here. Actually, is there an item up there? I gotta go check if there's an item up there. I can't remember. I can't remember for shit if there's an item up here. Nope, there is fuck all. Okay. Swung a little too early. Illusion ahead. Good message. Now remember that twinkling I told you we could hear earlier at the beginning of the level? I believe that was it. So we got some twinkling titanite. There's a dude in here. See, if you know what to look for, these guys aren't so bad. The fact that they're invisible and can't be locked onto until... Oh. Yeah, the casters of these casters are the worst. So we got a couple more blood gems, so if we want to make a bleed weapon of some sort, we can do that. This is a really good shortcut. And that is what I think is probably the grossest enemy in the entire game. So we got a ring of sacrifice here, which is good stuff. But yeah, down here in this water, if you didn't kill the Pontiff's Beast up on the bridge, he respawns down here, and you have to fight him. And you can fight him again, or you can run away like a coward again. You know, whatever option suits you. We're not here to judge how you play Dark Souls. We're just here to have fun. You don't deserve this. So you'll find a couple corpses of those things lying around. The ones that are kind of floating above the water are the ones that you need to look out for, like this bad boy over here. And boy, God, are these things gross. I swear I remember those guys being tougher than this. Great heal. Oh my God, yes. Great heal. Oh, 25. Oh. Oh man. That's a good miracle. Is there another item back here or no? Can't remember. No, there is not. As you can see by the water slowing down my movement, this is the last place you want to fight that Pontiff's Beast. He's a motherfucker in this kind of environment. Alright. So down that way. Liar. Also liar. That is death. And so we got a bonfire here. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. We're not going to be going down there for a little while, because if we change areas, then Grey Rat is dead fucking meat if we go on to the Irithyll dungeon from here. We don't want to do that yet, so we're just going to keep moving forward through one of my least favorite areas in the game, and it's not hard. It's just fucking gross. Although, actually, I have a lot of souls. So I think I'm just gonna homeward bone. We're gonna go back to the shrine and do some leveling if we can. And then we'll come back here to this gross fucking room. This awful fucking gross ass area. Alright, so I do have a bone shard I need to burn while I'm here.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then touch Nari.
So I can get...
Farewell,
one level
Ashen
from
One,
you.
may the flame-
Let's burn that bone shard. I think I can... Yeah, I think they only go up to plus 10. Is there anything else I have that would be important? Not that I can think of. Let's see what we can do in terms of weapon leveling. Oh, we never looked at Yorshka's spear. This treasure, gifted to the Yorshka Church, is enchanted by a soporific spell, and was surreptitiously worshipped by Irithyll slaves. As a weapon, it is part spear and part hammer, the former allowing thrusting and the latter allowing strikes. Pacify is its skill. Raise the spear in prayer and temporarily wear down enemy FP with each strike. So basically, when you hit enemies, it reduces their FP as well as, dealing damage. So that's... That's a weird but really cool weapon. Looks like I would still need some large shards to upgrade that any further. Leveling shield's pretty much pointless, but let's actually see. Oh, you know what? No, I can't make bleed weapons yet. I need another coal. That's going to come... That's going to come later from... I think I need the profaned coal for that. So we're going to see actually just how many souls worth of disposables I have. I might be able to get another 2 levels out of that.
Ashen 1.
But you know what, we're going to try and get 1 level out of that. I need how much to level up? Another 2k. Another 2k and some change. So...
Welcome, speak. Very well. Then hey.
Yeah, we're gonna want to try and turbo to 25 faith.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I'm honestly not sure why I still have throwing knives on this inventory slot. Huh. But we're gonna go back to the distant manor. And we'll start heading back to a gross ass fucking room full of gross ass fucking things. And as I said before, we aren't going to go on to the Earthel dungeon yet, because as soon as we do, because we haven't, Grey Rat hasn't come back pillaging yet. The problem is that Sigvard is actually here in the room just beyond this next one, and he saves Grey Rat from the things in this room. So and so we have to beat the boss before we can go try to deal with the dungeon. And now you see why I hate these enemies. They're extremely gross, they're extremely creepy, and they spew out toxic from their chest. Not poison, toxic. Super nasty shit. Oh good, dung pies. I'm gonna use those for... Oh shit. I'm in trouble. Oh shit. Does this deal with toxic? Oh fuck me. Oh, might as well go back to the bonfire. How do I not have any of those moss clumps? I wonder, do I have any in the storage box? None. That's interesting. Well, it's just, I guess the goal is to not suck. Oh, man. Wait a minute. I have caressing. I am an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. I have a spell that deals with this. Oh my god. God damn it, me. God, I hate these things so much. They are so fucking oh, Jesus. Yeah, try to avoid standing in front of these assholes. They'll either do that, or they'll spit the toxic on you, so... Staying in front of them is a bad plan. He says as he continues to stand directly in front of the giant monstrosities. God, those are so fucking gross. Oh man, I hate those things. Yet more dung pies. Excuse me. Luckily, they're not too tough. Physically. Oh, that was, Christ. And so if you punt the quest and Grey Rat winds up dead, this is where his body is. But we're not punting Grey Rat's quest. He's our bro, and we're gonna help him. Excrement-covered ashes. So right in here, it's our buddy Siegvard. And another Estus soup. We're gonna drink that Estus soup. And Siegvard, as per usual, is taking a fucking nap. Because of course he is. A big old lovable nap.
Excuse me, I must have dozed off.
Yes, you did.
Rather warm in here.
Well, you're standing next to a fire, so...
Well, hasn't it been all too long? It's good to see you. Oh, I seem to have missed my chance, so... I, Siegwart of Katarina, offer my deepest gratitude.
Thanks, buddy.
And a little surprise to go with it. It's all yours.
Ooh, that's a good miracle. I might want that.
I know. Won't you try make a fine Estus soup? Even we undead deserve. And finally,
Hey, it's another Siegbrow.
to your valor, my sword, and our sworn duties. Long may the sun shine.
Thanks, Siegvard. You're awesome. So that's the reason we're not going to go to the Earthel dungeon quite yet. Because we've got some shit that needs doing here first. And if he changes because he'll wind up in the Earthel dungeon if we go there. So we need to not change locations. Hi, buddy. Woof. So, Silver Knights. Remember these bad boys? They fight in a video. Oh no! Ah man. Oh, God, that's rough. Yeah, there's a couple archers up top there. But as I was saying, they hit like a train. But if you know how to navigate around them and get backstabs on them, then they're not quite so tough. Now, honestly, right now, I don't want to fight these ugly fucks again. I think I'm just gonna run by them. As I can. They can't actually follow me through here, which is good. So we'll try that again. And hopefully not suck incredible amounts of ass this time. You know, just because I said I'm trying not to suck ass means I'm probably gonna eat shit right here. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oof. Fuck. Fine blessing. Smo's Great Hammer, and I believe the Leo Ring is in here. It sure is. So if you remember Ornstein and Smog, if you've played the first game, that's... Leo Ring is Ornstein's ring that gives your thrust weapon higher counterattack damage. Don't eat shit, Garrett. Oh, you know what? I think that guy on the bottom floor doesn't respawn, and that's probably why he wasn't there this time. Let's see if I can sneak up on this asshole. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we're talking. Oof. And those guys just vomit out large shards and regular shards like they are candy. We're going to be seeing more of the Silver Knights later on. I think I'm going to want to be very careful up ahead. This is an extremely tricky area. You've got invisible enemies, and you've got dogs that are very hard to see coming until they get to you. You've got magic coming. Oh my god! I did not realize they did that much damage. Love a fuck. Whew. That was pretty bad. you know what? That's a lot of souls. And I was wondering if I should come back here and cash those in for a level. I didn't, because I'm an idiot. But the good news is I can just run straight the fuck back there. Just cowered right the fuck out. I don't need to deal with that shit today. And you can totally bypass that archer by just booking it like a fucking coward. Unless he doesn't come back either. Oh, I guess none of those three come back. That's good. Is there an item back there? There's not. Here's my souls. Well, now that I'm packing full Estus. Oh. Come on, man. You're about to see why I hate these invisible casters so damn much. Hey kids, did you like the Shrine of Amana? No? Well, how about let's do that, but make it harder. Fuck, I am dead. Okay, I guess I'm not dead. Not yet. I fucking hate this area. Ugh. Well, we got another large shard, and more importantly, we've opened a shortcut back to the church. I'm going to show you here in a sec. Now, if you remember this little tower here, you may want to let the fucking procession run by, or just run by them. Yep, so now we can sit back down over here. And we have a lot of souls, so let's go and level the fuck up. So if I pop a soul item, I think I can get another 2 levels out of this. So let's use you.
Well, speak. Very well. Then take nourish.
2,500 should be enough. Really? I'm 1,000 short. That is super frustrating. That's annoying. Alright, well, so we're only one level away from getting able to use Great Heal, which is really good. Oh, I should give those excrement-covered ashes to...
Gracious, let this. I only hope.
I think all that becomes available from giving those to her is dung pies. Yeah, dung pie and stock dung pie. God. Those are so goddamn gross.
Ashen one.
We'll be getting another set of ashes later in Irithyll.
Just good. What needs?
So I think we can actually pump you up to plus 6. Or no. Plus 5. And we need 2 more large shards to get you up to plus 6, so... I said before, having that fire weapon will be good later. And this is probably where you're going to be for a long time. Chunks are very, very, very few and far between. So let's clean up the inventory a little bit some more. No, we're not really going to use Doris's gnawing, I don't think. It's interesting, sure, but I don't think it's not terribly useful. So no Estus shards, right? Yeah, I don't have an Estus shard. Alright, so let's... Alright, so what does it mean, to answer your question, Joe, if you have 5 dark sigils? What that means is, you've maxed out your hollowing until you complete the ritual with Anri, which is something we'll be doing later to get the Lord of Hollows ending. Now, if you've been getting the free levels from Yol, you've gotten those sigils. Basically, they make you look like a hollow. They don't really do anything to you other than make you look that way. So they just kind of make you look hollow, and it doesn't really do anything else to you, like, gameplay-wise. But you'll need all 8 of them by the end of the game. You get 3 more from Anri when you complete the ritual with Anri. Now, if you don't want to do the Lord of Hollows ending, like if you have no desire at all to do... Oh, God. I got careless. Oof. That hurt. Yeah, if you don't care about doing the Lord of Hollows ending, if you want to save Anri or whatever, then you can heal the Dark Sigil at the Firekeeper if you want, and return your appearance to pretty much normal. That's about it, really. The Dark Sigil just kind of signifies how deep your hollowing is. So I think the ashes we find here at the... I fucking hate these enemies. A lot. What? What, just 2 of them? Oh, God. I hate that room. Like, this part of the area is... Yeah, wow, that cut, like, almost all of my health in one hit. Fucking brutal. But the good news is it's not very far to, Oh God, stupid me didn't send the elevator back up. Ah, Jesus. I mean, it's not that far, but it's like... It's a weight I don't need to have. I'm pretty sure there's an item in here at the bottom of the stairs. I'm not sure I want it. I do need my souls back, though. Fuck. Man, I couldn't even see that one's eyes. Totally invisible. Please be all of them. Okay. I am not sure how to get that item. Looks like an invisible wall, but... I never noticed that there before. So we've got a Pontiff Knight with a really badass scythe. Oof. Jeez, the reach. I need stamina. Ugh. Hi there, friend. Fuck out of here. Alright, so we gotta do some shit before we go fight the boss in here. So I think I can't remember. Is there an item back here? No. There is an item down here. Fuck y'all. There's an ember right there. This is the most important shortcut in the level. So we've opened ourselves up to a back door. To the church. You know what? We've got plenty of flasks, so we're gonna truck on through the rest of this. Fire Witch armor. Ooh. That sounds incredibly spicy. It's just you, right? Come on. Get out of here. Lightning gem. So I'm gonna want to go back up the stairs, grab that item, then find out where the fuck I get that other item hanging off that ledge there. Hey, one of my messages was rated. Cool. This is the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. Alright, so this one greatly boosts miracles. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, who inherited the light of Gwyn, the First Lord, greatly boosts miracles. Sun's Firstborn was once a god of war until he was stripped of his stature as punishment for his foolishness. No wonder his very name is slipped from the annals of history. Oh god. Oh god, they come back. Oh god. Oh, I got a ring. And I am going to run like a fucking coward to that church. While I'm at it, let's put that ring on. You know what, I think I've got enough for one last level in me before we go fight the boss. So we're gonna go just a little late tonight, and we're gonna go fight the boss. We're gonna beat Sullivan, and then, or Sullivan, or Sullivan, or however the fuck you pronounce it. So that gets me 3k, I want to say. 5k. Oh wow.
Welcome. Very well. Then take.
So let's get that faith up to 25. Boom.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Now let's attune some spells. Put on that great heal. Oh yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about. We got a lightning gem, which is cool. And lightning weapons do scale with faith. So if we did want to make our own fancy-ass lightning weapon, probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because we've got relatively high faith. It caps at 40, I think, is its like good hard cap. So now that we've pretty much used up everything we can use, we're gonna go back to the church, and we're gonna go prep and fight Pontiff Sullivan. Who's one of my favorite bosses in the game. So I know if we can't find any player friends, that we can find some NPCs up that way. So we're gonna have to fight a couple guys before we get there, but that's fine. As long as I don't get careless, I should be okay. And I do have Great Heal available to me. Come on, over here, so I don't draw aggro from your buddy. Fuck, you're strong. Only I had a youth? Oh, God. That's a bad joke. So we got Blackhand Gotthard, whom I believe we fight later in Lothar Castle, and we have Andri. So I don't see any other players' signs out here right now. Oh, never mind. There's one more. And that's Londor Paleshade from the... Oh my god. Damn. We're gonna bring in you. Cool. Oh, thanks, Blackhand Gotthard. Alright, so we'll summon Andri. I can't work a D-pad today. God, that is so strong. Woof. That is some bitchin' healing. So, if you're going with a shield build, either the Crest Shield or the Dragon Crest Shield will do you fine in this fight, considering Sullivan has both a fire weapon and a dark weapon. So I'm just gonna top off here. We're gonna... Alright, so we're gonna go fight Pontiff Sullivan. This is some of my favorite music in the game. And I love this environment. What a fucking badass. This guy is tough. These really long combos, attacks are really fast, really strong. But for the most part... Oh, can't damage him during that? That's a damn shame. Oh, fuck me. I've never died to this guy before. That's embarrassing. Oh, man. Fuck, I gotta go fight those enemies again. I think... Wow, that's actually pretty good armor. You know, I think I'll stick with this for this fight. This... It's got really high fire and dark defense. Or, you know what? Yeah, no, this is... Mirror chain set's fine. The hell? I was blocking. That's whatever. I fucked up. I got hit. Alright, so let's try that again. Let's see if we can get a real friend this time. We can! Can we? Unable to summon phantom. Aw, boo. Can't get a real person? Well, we'll try the Lunder Pale Shade this time. Alright, so let's try not to be fuck-ups again. Alright. Pontiff Sullivan, take 2. Wow, Anri's taken a beating already. Alright, you fucking badass. The reason he's so tough is you can find yourself pretty easily spending your entire fight trying to just avoid his attacks. His combos are long. Oh no. Before I do anything the fuck else, I'm getting my souls back. Come on, get away. Oh. And now we get to stage 2. where he literally gets a fucking stand and starts attacking us with it. Now the cool thing about this segment is that the stand does what he does like a second before he does it. Oh my god! Ugh. No, thank you. Oh, come on! Oh, I should have seen that coming. God damn. I've never taken more than one attempt at this guy before. He's just wiping the fucking floor with me. What is going on? I'm out of my element. It is getting pretty fucking late, but I promised I would beat him before the end of the session tonight, so that's what we're gonna do. Why does that attack do so much damage? Get over here, you cockbite. Stop backing away. Fucking hate these guys. The shields. Alright. I'll give this one more go with an ember. What is up? Quilaf of Laundry. Alright, and we'll get old Andry. Good old Andry. Andry's a bro. Alright, Sullivan, take 3. Do I want to take care of this asshole first? Oh my god. Oh, you have fucking crazy pyromancy. Okay. What's my health looking like? Is it... Alright, yeah, no, we're good. Sullivan, take 3. Yeah, learning the timing on these attacks is really tricky. Alright, stage 2. Now cue the JoJo battle. happened last time, you idiot. Come on. Yeah, got him. Got Planet Sullivan. Thank you, Quilaf. 21,000 souls. You are an awesome character. Alright, time to go pick up my souls. Light her up. Alright, well I think I'm gonna go back to Firelink. Cash in those souls and that boss soul. And then we're gonna call it a night from there. I think Grey Rat should be back by now as well, which is good.
Well, very well. Then take note.
So, getting my vigor past 20 is probably where I'll ever want to get it for the rest of the game. I could do strength. Let's do probably 1 in vigor and 1 in vit. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to pump vit to the point where I won't need need Havel's Ring anymore. But the problem with a character like this is that you have a multiple attribute dependency, which is why you're gonna probably end up needing Havel's Ring for most of the time. So you get 2 options for Sullivan's sword. You get the Great Sword of Judgment, which unleashes Dark. It's a dark weapon that uses Int, as well as, well, it's a great sword that uses, you know, it actually scales with your intelligence. And you also have the Profane Greatsword, which is his sword that uses fire. And it's an ultra great sword, so it's super fucking giant. Needs 22 strength to use. I don't have any souls though, so I'm gonna... Let's cash in. One of these is 3k, I believe. Yep, and that should do it. I'll grab the Profane Greatsword. That's a cool weapon.
Treat the Firekeeper not with discourtesy. She is much like thee.
Alright, so I think Grey Rat is back. So we're gonna go check on him and see what he's got, and then we are going to call it for today.
Oh, then we're both safe and sound. Thank the gods for that. I don't like getting things so close.
I love your voice.
I might have died if it wasn't for that peculiar onion night. But in the end, it all paid off. Take a good look.
So now Grey Rat's got some pretty sick items. I think he's got some more embers, some divine blessings, some twinkling titanite and titanite scales for leveling up boss weapons and other special weaponry. He's got, I think the Lothric Knight sword is something that he got from that trip. Lothric Knight Greatsword as well. Lothric Knight Long Spear, I believe, is another weapon. The Glaive for sure. But all sorts of really, really cool stuff. Priest's Chime. Huh. Wonder if that's any better than what I have equipped. Spell buff 122. Be scaling. Ugh. Yawn, 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 yawn. Fuck me. Ugh. Well, mine has S scaling thanks to my upgrades, but... Yeah, you know what? I think the Saint's Talisman's gonna be fine for now. What else do you have? So... You got some cool shields. You got the Lothric Knight Shield, which is really good against lightning damage. You got the Lothric Knight Great Shield, which is just massive. Pot of Knight Shield. No new armor. More bolts, more cool stuff, miscellaneous items. Yeah, so Grey Rats.
And stay.
So Grey Rat, after that, will ask you one more time to go out and pillage later when you get to Lothric Castle. Don't do that. If you do, he will die, and finding his ashes and his body will be a bitch. It's a real hard run to get there. Through the Grand Archives. So, I think that's what where we're gonna call it for tonight. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks again for... sorry. I am half asleep. Thanks everybody again for watching. Next time we're going to get through the rest of Irithyll. Maybe go up through Anor Londo. Troll around there, get some good solid items. And perhaps head on through the Irithyll dungeon. And maybe, depending on what order I feel like doing things, we might fight Aldrich, our next Lord of Cinder. Actually, our next Lord of Cinder's order depends very greatly on which you feel like fighting first. It's actually kind of an option, which route you take here. So, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Gurt Gets Hurt. Thanks for stopping by.